Okay. I decided to do a live rewatch because I didn't think I was going to have enough time to finish this game. So I decided I would spectate until I have to leave, but then I'm watching it live. It's cool. Anyways, I was talking to them earlier. So we have 6 minutes left, so I'm not going to be able to necessarily fast forward, but oh well, we'll see how this goes. Anyways, so we got 3v3 on Michi. We have Tanner as the Hindustanis, and we have Barzi as the Teutons, and we have Larry as the Spanish. On the other side, we have Taylor as the Celts. I was very surprised by this. I don't think I've seen Taylor go Celts very often, but I think it should be good. Lots and lots of siege. That's always my biggest fear, is siege. So, then we have Jono as the Dravidians. I was very, very questionable about this when I saw that, and I asked him, and he said, because he's usually really cavalry heavy, and he says, well, Barzi went the Teutons. Or I guess he assumed that somebody was going to go the Teutons, and so the Dravidians have their infantry and cavalry attacks ignore armor. So he's like, hey, counteract the Teutons. So yeah, I guess a lot of halbs for all the paladins and a lot of champions, I guess, to go against the Teutonic Knights. We'll see how that works. I'm rooting for you, John. And then in the green, we have Jeff as their Spanish. So this is going to be very interesting. Well, we have Jeff and Larry leading the pack by far as total score goes. Let's see. Villager high. Barzi and Larry at 250. Everyone else is pretty far behind, so Larry and Barzi leading the pack on that. Tanner's got a ton of food. Barzi's got a ton of gold to start off. Taylor also has a lot of food. So let's look at... Alright, so we got 2 minutes left. Let's look at the walls. See, Tanner has... And Tanner specifically was like, well, since we don't have to worry about Michael doing the early corner cut, it's like I don't have to be as prepared in the corner. So, alright, we just got a wall. He's finishing that out. So it looks good, looks good, looks good. Alright, Barzi's finishing up this. Oh. Well, hopefully they catch this, because that wall only goes here. I mean, there's not a hole, it's just some houses, quite a few houses, so it shouldn't be a problem. And then we have this. That will be a problem, because eventually they will mine that, and if they come back, ooh, that will be an issue. But we'll see if that actually happens. Going to the other side, have Taylor's wall. He's building this. Let me actually do this so I can actually see. Okay, he's got all this queued up. This may be a problem because eventually this is going to be cut. So we'll see if that's an issue. We'll also see if this is an issue if they take out this market, but it'll stop anyone from just immediately planting. That's a tree. Okay. Oh wait, that Jeff's base is, this is weird. Oh, treaty drop is up. Let's see. No one is immediately ready to go at treaty drop. Larry probably is the most ready. Taylor's getting there. Oh, I heard cutting. Okay, so Larry's going. Jono's getting ready, but this is weird. Okay, so they're not communicating? I don't know. So Jeff's wall is built all the way out here. It's not connecting to anything. Luckily he built it all back here. But Jeff's base is wide open. It is completely open. Luckily Larry is cutting into Taylor and not Jeff. I'm curious if they actually cut into the middle. I mean, Jeff's got all this queued up, but yikes. Okay, so we'll see. I guarantee you Tanner's eventually going to cut on this side. Let's see, we got Taylor getting ready to cut there, but he's going to have to pivot soon because here comes Taylor Although I don't know if he can see him because he hasn't built these yet. Let's see. Go to military view. Alright. Wow! Okay, so... Just wow. That is a ton of bombard cannons really early. Do you have any onagers to cut with? That would be... Maybe he's just getting ready for that cut. Let's see. Taylor's pivoting his onagers back over here, so we have Larry. This is officially open. Taylor does not have paladins yet, but Larry does. Alright, so let's see. We got some onagers here. We have some onagers coming from over here. So Taylor isn't quite ready, but he's got the military building, so he's going to try and go. Taylor was just saying he does not like to one-on-one. And here we go, 3 times in a row, he is one-on-oneing with Larry, who's replacing me. Larry's very dangerous one-on-one. I don't like going against Larry one-on-one. So that should tell you something. This... Alright, so Larry's here. Alright, I do not see... Tanner is not ready to go. Tanner really doesn't have, like, any military. And neither does Barzy. This is all Larry. They are slow cooking. If they had someone to help out, Larry could just, like, go.
Forget it.
Oh, man.
Kid, have love. Kid.
Taylor doesn't even have house. He doesn't even have pikemen. He's got spearmen. That is a rough matchup against paladins. Alright, so here they go. Does he got siege? Nope, Larry's only using paladins right now. Alright, so here goes Jeff. Not a moment too soon. Wait, is he trying to cut with bombard cannons? Does that work? I don't think so. Does he have an onager, or was he trying to cut with trebuchets? I'm very confused of what's trying to go on right now. Oh, that's what he's trying to do. That's a slow process. Okay, alright, so we still got more onagers coming over here. Taylor is being eaten alive by Jeff. Here, Jeff is finally bringing some siege. Barzy has now started to show up with Teutonic Knights. Taylor finally has upgraded pikemen. Do Celts get house? I think they do eventually at some point, because he's going to need them. Here we go. Larry has now started to attack the gate. Taylor's trying to build castles. Let's see. Alright, so Tanner is finally starting to get ready. It looks like Jeff may beat him to it. Okay, that's going to be an interesting matchup. Okay, so Jono's coming with two-handed swordsman, trying to come to the rescue of Taylor because Taylor needs it. Taylor is desperate right now. Here comes Barzy. It doesn't look like Barzy's trying to cut in the middle, but here we got a Trev fight. We got Jeff against Tanner. I think Tanner's going to win that Trev fight, although Jeff's got bombard cannons. So I don't know quite. I don't know if Tanner necessarily wants to cut right here, because this is, if they can get more help here, this is what's open. Well, no, Taylor's making it not so open, but we got Barzy, we got Larry, we got Jono, we have Taylor, who still has pikemen. Again, I don't. Maybe Celts just don't get helps. Maybe. All right, so Larry's forward building castles. Taylor's trying to build some siege workshops again. This is not looking good. They need some help. Tanner is ready to go. Jeff is ready to combat him somewhat. I think he's probably has a better chance of trying to stop the cut, because if Tanner cuts in here, this is going to be a bad day. Because Tanner's ready to go. He's been slow cooking. Alright, so we got Larry with the Conquistadors. Maybe I could have played this game if it was going to be a quick game. This. Alright, so Jeff is bringing... Oh, one more shot, and it's open. There we go. Bring him in, Jeff. Bring him in, but don't open the gate, don't open the gate. Wow, those bombard cannons, if they're in a choke point, they do damage. You wouldn't think so, but they have like a small, very small area of effect. So if you're pinpoint, if you're in a very, very small choke point, yeah, those bombard cannons do some work. Alright, well, that actually worked out probably a little better than I thought. Going back over here, we have Larry still all over to Taylor. Taylor's trying to build some more buildings to send. Jono is sending Halbs. Let's see. Alright, so Taylor finally has Halbs, no more pikemen. It looks like, okay, he's trying to back wall again because he's thinking this is not going to last very long. We have Treb, we have Barzy Treb, we have Larry Treb, we have Barzy, Teutonic Knights. Yeah, there's just a little bit of everybody. We got Siege Rams, Trebuchets. They're moving. So if they have any chance of this game, Jeff has got to do some work quickly. I don't think that's going to happen because Tanner is very ready. Tanner's usually ready to go at Treaty Drop, but this time because he's slow cooked, he's probably a little bit more ready to go than usual. So here we go. The wall is officially down. He's got a lot of trebuchets to back himself up. He's got the hand cannoneers for all the infantry, so that seems like all that he's building is infantry. So Tanner's got a pretty good mix so far. Going back over here, we have Taylor. He is backward building to... Not backward building, but he is building more so that he can respond. It looks like they're responding pretty well, all things considered. They got to take out these siege rams, though, because that's going to be devastating. Trade is right there. All these trebs are very, very hard to deal with. All these conquistadors make a really good line of defense against all these halbs. Oh, this is not great. Then we have Barzy with another cut. Don't know if that was necessary, but we'll see how that works. Then we got over here. We have Jeff is all in on those bombard cannons. All in on the bombard cannons. He's trying to build this wall again. He's just trying to hold, which I don't think the tactic's going to work because, I mean, maybe if they come back, Jono and Taylor, but Barzy now has a second cut. Larry's owning this cut. Barzy's owning this cut. He's trying to stop the flow of onagers because these onagers are probably waypointed right here, so they're not doing anything. They're just dying before they can get there. Alright, so now Larry's officially in. He's got holes in both walls. He's got guys in the trade. This is going to be an early game. Poor Taylor. Yikes. This night was not your night, Taylor. I will say that. Oh, man. Okay, that is so many bombard cannons. But that is a lot of siege from Tanner. It's just overwhelming, even though Jeff's got a lot of siege of his own. Probably could use more troops more than these bombard cannons, but Barzy's coming in with siege, Teutonic siege, and they're all over the place. So Barzy is trying to stop this flow of troops, and Larry is he's just going at it. They officially have no trade. They have this one trade market here, but after that's done, they have absolutely no trade. Larry's building castles. This game is over. At this point, I wish I could just fast forward. Man, I could have played this game. Not even close to 10 o'clock for me. Alrighty. Yeah, it seems like the only thing that's happening, nothing really happened in the middle. Jeff had this huge wall that just ended right there. Taylor's trying to build back. They are not giving up. Probably because it's the last game of the night, but they are very much not giving up. At this point, Jeff and Tanner are like, I will prevail. This is the one thing that just hasn't quite been certain yet. We have Jeff trying to build another castle here. I mean, Jeff is kind of holding him off. Jeff's doing a pretty good job. There's so many bombard cannons. I've never seen so many. Not from one person. It's an excessive amount.
See?
40 bombard cannons. 40! That's ridiculous. Oh my word. Alright, so then we have Barzy. Barzy's forward building castles. Larry's over here. Larry is all on the base. He is just wrecking. He's got castles in the trade. Taylor's trying to take out castles with halbs. He's trying as best as he can. No one can blame him. He was 2v1ing there for a little bit. Alright, so Taylor's dying. Jono's trying to help out, but Jono's trying to build these Dravillian elephants, and there goes Taylor. No one blames you, Taylor. That was rough. Larry is very rough to 1v1 against, and then add Barzy. It's not fun.
Presto.
But this is impressive, Jeff. Very impressive. 42 bombard cannons. You almost have an entire army. I think the army is max of 60 that you can select. Almost a full 60 of bombard cannons. Yikes. This is, Barzy and Larry, you are a bunch of animals. Oh, Bar's all in here. Who hasn't surrendered yet? Is it Jeff? Is Jeff still? No, there we go. There we go. Yikes. That was an interesting matchup. Hey! Jeff got the military score by far with all the bombard cannons. Oh, that was great. Does that count? Does Jeff get an MVP? I guess you can't get the MVP on a losing side. Anyways, okay, so let's look at this. So Jeff won the military score. I mean, Larry wasn't very far behind, but Jeff did that just with bombard cannons. That's very impressive. The eco goes to Barzy, same with the technology. Society and total score does go to Larry though, so he is the overall MVP. Military, Jeff had the most by 4. Because Larry, look at this KDA. That is almost a 4-to-1 KDA. That is ridiculous. He had the most buildings raised and didn't have a single building lost. That whole team did not have a single building loss. This is weird. Okay, so but the other team raised. So Jeff raised 11 buildings. I don't know if those are his own buildings and how that counts. I'm not quite sure. Largest army goes to Barzy. Eco, Larry is the best fed. Jeff had the most wood. Barzy was the most stoned as usual, and he got the most gold this game. Trade profit does go to Tanner. Tribute received. Taylor was receiving a bunch from Jeff because Taylor was on his heels the entire time. Jeff got the feudal castle. Larry got the imperial. Castles goes to Larry. So many castles. Relics go to Barzy. Villager high for Barzy, 285. That was almost his entire pop was villagers. Well, that was a very quick game, and I don't think Taylor wants to watch any replays from tonight. So, sorry, Taylor. You had 1 month where you were unstoppable, but tonight, I'm sorry. Anyways, good game.